Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Non-Stop. And this movie came out in 2014, and it stars Liam Neeson, Julianne Moore, and I thought this movie was fine, disposable, average, and kind of unspecial, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. And I was kind of liking it a little bit for the first 20 minutes, half hour, somewhere in there. Because right around at that point is where the plot begins, and you're like, okay, I see what's going on. And this movie is also a thriller, and I was like, okay, I'm enjoying this somewhat. Like, it's not the best thing in the world, but like, there was something there for me. But after a certain point, it just becomes too stupid, and nothing makes any sense, and the movie tries to make some sense of it, and I just can't get behind it. I don't really care about any of the characters in the movie. They try to get you to like them, and they're not interesting to me, and it's what you've seen in 100 other movies before, and there was nothing particular about how things were presented in this movie that made it stand out or made it unique. It was just character development. They have a past, and you're supposed to care about it because it's sad what happened in the past, and that's pretty much every character in this movie. They have a sad background or some sort of hope for the future that something's going to be better, and that's it. I did like the minimalist approach, kind of. Like it's all on an airplane, and the movie just kind of tries to explore everything that you could explore on an airplane, and I thought that was okay, and you don't really cut away to anything else, really, for the most part. It's all just in one location, and it did help move things at a somewhat acceptable pace, even if it does get kind of repetitive. But I'm glad that they did that at least. And I thought Liam Neeson was good, and Julianne Moore, she didn't really have anything to do. I didn't hate her at all. It's just like every character in this movie, except Liam Neeson, they have nothing to do. And you're just waiting for something to happen, and nothing ever happens. And okay, to be fair, something does happen towards the end, but it's mostly just waiting around and trying to figure out who's the terrorist, and that's the whole movie. I was not a fan of the action sequences. Whenever we did get action sequences that were short-lived and were not even like a couple minutes long, because they were just too many cuts and lots of close-ups, and it didn't last very long for me to enjoy it, and so the action was bad. And I find it kind of funny that the poster of the movie kind of spoils the movie in a way, because the moment where that one thing happens in the movie, that's at the last action scene in the movie, believe it or not. As far as technical qualities go, like the directing or the music, those kinds of things, although I did touch on the editing, and it was just bad, and too many close shots for the action sequences, but generally speaking, there's nothing interesting going on visually in this movie either, and that was a problem. And also, the music was just generic action movie music. I feel like I complain about a lot of movies now with the music just being bad, but I really did not enjoy the music for this movie. There was nothing about it that made it stand out. I didn't feel as though it complemented any scene that it was in. It was there for the pacing and nothing else. And to go back to why I said nothing makes any sense in the movie does try to explain how certain things were possible, but it more just feels convenient more than it actually being possible to do some of these things. Like when characters die in this movie, it just feels so coincidental, really. And what I mean by that is whenever Liam Neeson is trying to interrogate someone, every time that happens, they die. and you're just supposed to believe that it's all part of the plan, but it doesn't really feel like a plan. It just feels like the movie is trying to mess with you, and so they're gonna kill certain characters off, and that's what's going on. I was also not a fan of the slow motion whenever that was used in the film. I just found it to be unnecessary, and there's lots of unlikable characters in the movie that don't add anything to the film and are just there to give an arc to the film. And yeah, that's the whole movie. It's just thrown together and nothing really works about it except for Liam Neeson. I thought he was good. There were some parts that I did like, some elements that I did appreciate, but overall it was bland and unspecial to me. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Nonstop a 5 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Nonstop, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Moonstruck. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.